And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in the Long Dark, where we've been in the process of doing the first tale. Which has triggered the Aurora that we're in right now, so we've repaired the transmitter outside the Forsaken Airfield. We now need the ones in Mountain Town, Pleasant Valley, and Forlorn Muskeg. There's an additional 2 that you don't need to repair for Signal Void, but just exist. Oh, and I guess with dusk arriving,
Too heavy.
Aurora ended. Okay, well, if the Aurora's done, we can actually maybe get a little bit more productive work done. So my thought process of this one is we're going to focus on trying to repair the... So I'm looking around to see if there's anything lootable. We're going to repair the radio towers if we can. Getting texted in real life, so just phone. So with the Aurora gone, in theory, we can start moving. On the other hand, it's probably cold out. So we've made it down to the airfield. That's the Vista, so there's a Vista out here as well. So the question at this point is, do we want to leave proper? The answer probably is yes. There's a bunch of stuff in Forsaken Airfield that we could go ahead and explore, but we'll be back out here at some point.
I might have to drop some gear.
Yeah, looks like the Aurora is done. So now the question is, can I find the road on the way out of here? It's looking pretty windy, but it's cold, and to the degree that it isn't windy, it's sufficient cold to make that less of a problem, I suppose. So if we're desperate, there is a bunch of car batteries out here, so we need car batteries for something. We can come out here for them. Though hopefully we don't have to come out here for the car batteries. This is the road, so if we follow the road, we won't get lost. Though, the flip side is the road is long and not necessarily the most direct way to go to any place. But we should at least make sure that we don't get lost. Also, in theory, well, same theory. In practice, there isn't anywhere good between where we are and where we're going to warm up. So it's just sort of a walk, and every once in a while, maybe if the wind stops, we can start a fire.
So cold.
So I suppose this first episode of the stream is going to be a little potentially on the boring side, because we're just going to be going over ground that we've been over before once. Sort of as a process of getting back to the other 3 radio towers to get a repair. Is that a flyover? Or are they circling something? Saying roughly the same vector, so I think they're circling something, but I'm not going to go investigate because, well, to be fair, the most likely situation is it's something that I don't need to interact with. Or if it is something that I could interact with that I'm not going to, because it'll be like a deer carcass. So it'll either be human with nothing on it, or a deer carcass, most likely. Both of which are stuff I really don't need to take a detour for right now. We're taking a little bit of cold damage. So we may want to stop in a bit to warm up. So this wouldn't be a particularly bad place. We've warmed up here before. Take the charcoal. And then go ahead and start a fire.
Come on.
Minus 18. Okay, so we can slap a piece of coal in here. Climb in the car. Should be warm in the car. Like so. And we'll take a hour snooze. Should always get most of the way warm. Apparently we got low visibility conditions. Alright, let's take a moment to make some water. Because we're a little low on water.
I need to drop something.
Visibly hasn't improved. We'll go ahead and take the Porsches with us from this fire. Once again, we follow the road. We'll end up cold, or end up where we're going, whichever arrives first. This is the fork in the road, so I think we came from that one. Came along here, you can take the right down to the airfield. Left is out to a different, interesting point of location. Or at least I believe it is. I haven't been out there myself. But no, we got a mission. We're man on mission. Let's go do that mission. So we'll see. how well everything goes once we get these radio towers repaired. Radio towers, in theory, aren't that difficult to fix, I think. Granted, we fixed the first one, so the first one's also kind of the tutorial on what to do to fix them, because it has all the stuff you would need to fix it right next door to it. Most of the time, they have a lot of the stuff you need nearby. Oops. I think I got to lighting it in time. Yeah, just in time. Here's something.
The cold is making my head feel thick.
It sounds like water. There's a waterfall just over there. Don't want to deviate too far from the road, so we're not going to go too far to investigate.
So cold. Just want to lay down for a bit.
Back to taking damage from the cold again. Oh, we are coming up on a place where you probably warm up. Remember what this landmark is up here. Okay. Junker's paddock. Do a quick search of the inside.
This pack is getting kind of
Pretty much likely search it on the way out, but do a quick once over again. Alright, we got a tool where we can do crafting, and that's about it. Do a torch swap. Just notice I have like 2 things of fuel in the inventory, so we'll drop the bigger one. We'll load the smaller one into the lantern. And then pick it back up again. And probably just try to load that one into the lantern as well. I don't want to go all the way in, but we'll get the lantern full at least. Okay, we want to get warm. I suppose we could just hang out in here for a moment based on the rate that we're warming up. Which actually wouldn't be the worst idea. Take a moment and break one of these apart. Okay, that was worthless. I wasted a torch wasted my ignition and the torch doing that. I was hoping the torch would last long enough that I could light the next torch off of it, but nope. Nope.
Too much stuff to carry.
Back we are to following the road. Lots of acorns here if we want to try to make a bunch of acorn coffee. Anyway, right now, I think we're destination walking all the way out to, well, in this part probably Broken Railway, but we're going to probably get out to Coraline Muskeg and try to fix the one there, or at least identify what we're missing from the one there. Okay, continuing to work our way out. This way, unless you take the Billy Goat shortcut, this is a pretty long walk. At least we're getting close to midday, so it is starting to warm up a little bit, which is allowing us to walk farther and longer without having to stop.
Can't feel my feet.
And yeah, because we've got such a long distance I want to walk, I don't really want to do a lot of sprinting. So we're gonna have to stop at some point to warm up, or just take condition damage.
Damn, I'm freezing.
Broken Brit, followed with a little bit of a tree bridge. Yep, let's take an opportunity to warm up. Should be warm enough we should be able to warm off of a single piece of coal.
Come on.
Okay, everything. Knives are sharp. My clothes are looking like decent. Could potentially get a little bit off of the shirts. The pants. Okay, let's attempt one of those repairs. How long does it take for you? 22 minutes. We definitely do 22 minutes. "45 is a bit longer, but we need to spend some time warming up, so better than nothing for time passage. Is this high enough visibility map? It is. And a little bit more to the map. Yeah, so that's roughly where we mapped last time. We mapped just about here. This winds down to here. This is the way down to the airfield. This is the way down to something else. Would be surprised it went all the way over there, but at the same time, I'm also maybe not surprised that it went all the way down there. Okay, the festive shirt. The extra warmth will hopefully help us go a little bit farther before having to stop again. Of course, the wind is always in your face. Try to change which way you're going to get the wind out of your face, and the wind changes with you. Yeah, the plan, we'll see if we can do it in this part. Is to get all the way out to Vulcan Railroad, this part. With how long this is taking, I would not be surprised if we only get out to the transfer pass in the part. Which wouldn't be nothing. Here's Ridley's turn. That was the campfire we stopped at earlier to map on the way in. So we're almost out of here. Matter of second airfield. Then we'll just have to do the walk down into... Well, and then it's all the bit of transfer pass and such.
Can't feel my hands.
Okay, swap to a fresh torch. Lose a little weight as a side effect, which is always good. I'll just walk faster and farther in the same amount of time.
Wait. I'm so cold, I'm warming up again.
Anyway, our trip out of here. At some point, probably pretty soon, I want to probably stop to start warming back up again. If you're watching on YouTube, got any questions, feel free to ask the questions in the YouTube chat, YouTube comments section. Whereas, obviously, I can't go back in time and answer your questions for you. Empty spaces like this would probably be a pretty good time to answer questions if anyone's got any questions. Whether it's in old YouTube videos or in the current Twitch chat. So if you're in Twitch also, if you got any questions, now's a good time to ask them. Okay, right now we're just destination walking. We got a place in mind, and it's all about just getting there. Okay, I think that vehicle is going to be a good place to warm up, so we're going to take a stop and warm up. Okay, light fire.
Come on.
Put out the torch. We're minus 13, so we'll actually warm this up with 14 sticks. and then hop in the car. We'll eat some of our cured meat, which is basically our trail food for our trip here. Drink our water. And the question comes down to, do I want to sleep? And I think we will, because then we can get the warming up bonus from... Actually, we can take it just a little bit of past time for an hour. Yeah, okay, that's great. That worked.
Shit, that burns.
That was a mistake. Should have used the other door.
That hurts so much.
Okay. So, we're going to be treating an injury I just caused myself. Can I use the worn out ones? No.
Feels like it's still burning.
Okay, well, we're warm. For good or for worse, we are warm. Let's, warm up birch bark tea. And then, we always got too many torches in this fire. So we're gonna take them out and we're gonna start traveling. If you have not seen someone get burnt in the game, you can totally get burnt in the game by stepping in the fire. Or electrocute yourself, walking on electrified wires. People who are smarter than me, just remember not to do that. We got this little portion in here. Apparently it's like frozen lake in the middle of the road. Right, the road is supposed to go up or around or something, and has fallen into the river instead. Yeah, looking at the time, probably only going to get out to transfer pass in this part. But at least we'll travel the whole zone, pretty much. And then that will make the next one getting out of transfer pass to Broken Railroad. So, sometime during this stream, we should get one of these things fixed. But probably not going to get all of them, probably just going to get one fixed at this rate. So there's the transition.
I'm gonna have to leave something behind.
Okay, let's torch swap. And then also, we should still have some of those birch bark teas being warmed, yes. Let's drink one of those for the warming up bonus. As well as the calories in the water and the recovery. All the bonuses are nice bonuses. As we're trying to work our way out of here. Of course, we have a headwind coming into us, slowing us down a lot. Let's go ahead and swap torches. That was a fairly low quality torch, so it didn't last for very long. To replace with a slightly less low quality torch, which probably won't last very long either, but at least will be lighter. Okay, we can cut the corner here a little bit, because I can see where we're going. Yeah, then we're going out that direction in the next part. Vacant depot. Forgot to search that trunk earlier. Wasn't anything in it, so we didn't really miss anything, but forgot to search it earlier.
Need to find some place to escape this cold.
In the depot, this is a decent place to escape that cold, as he was saying. What I think we're going to do is to put a save in here. We're going to take a nice 1 hour snooze, and that's what we're going to do for a part break. So if you're watching on YouTube, there will be a part up tomorrow, because I'm going to record more parts tonight. If you're watching on Twitch, feel free to hang around, because I am planning on recording more parts. So this is where I'm going to put a part break in and take a short break between parts. So with that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time. Catch you all in the next part. Bye for now.